All right, listeners, we're in for another episode here of 5 for Talk, and I'm with Caps and Lamborghini Risotto, and it's your boy Bargo.
Your boy Popcorn Lamborghini.
Lamborghini Pops. So, let's talk about our picks here.
Let's talk about the last round.
The last roundage?
What do you want to talk about?
Well, how do you feel that Edmonton lost?
Was that the question?
Yeah, that is the question.
First of all, I think I went like how many? It was 4 games, different series, right?
Yeah.
I think I went 0 for 4. Yes. Thank you. I don't know, just Anaheim's experience just took over, man. That's all I can say, man. They shut down Connor McDavid. You made a good point. You thought that Connor McDavid wasn't the breakout star for that series. For Edmonton, it was
Draisaitl,
yep.
And he was good. He was really good.
He was good.
But, yeah, I mean, it sucks, but whatever. It's all good.
Yeah?
I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's your question?
So I know we're getting a little off topic, but
There's
we'll
no
come
topics.
back. We'll come back to it. So if you're the coach of Edmonton or if you're the GM of Edmonton, what do you do next season?
I fire their shitty coach.
Why?
Because he's a nobody.
What does the coach have to do with the fact that
You get rid of him, you bring in like Ken Hitchcock, who's already got sent to Dallas, so that's too late.
Why would you want to fire the coach?
No, you don't fire the coach. There's nothing. You don't do anything next year. You find some possible way to get someone who's big but useful and get rid of Lucic.
Do you make a trade? Do you make a trade? No, well, not even. I was actually gonna mention Eberle or Nugent Hopkins because the fact is Eberle did not do anything.
I would keep those guys. You got to get rid of players like Maroon, Cassian, and Lucic.
No.
Those 3 there. If you can do a package deal and pick up a good player, something that can play with
you
McDavid.
keep Nugent Hopkins. Worst case scenario, he's on your third line center. You trade Eberle and you get something for him because the team will probably give you like something decent, and then you try to give up Lucic's contract by taking like a 4th round pick and just giving him for nothing because that guy is useless and he's better off on a team that's in last place in the NHL that actually needs somebody that can score 12 goals a year.
If Edmonton stays the same, do you think they'll make the playoffs next year?
I think Edmonton can go to the finals next year if they play their cards right. If Draisaitl keeps going the way he's playing now, he could be better than McDavid. He was outstanding.
In the regular season, he'll never be better than McDavid.
He had, what did he have? 70 points this year?
I don't know, and they were all because of McDavid.
There's a big difference between.
They're not on the same line in the regular season.
They're not.
He's a center.
Well, yeah, but you got Connor McDavid triple shifting, so.
That guy doesn't come off. That's going to be a problem too, right? Like how he seemed like he was gassed towards the end of the playoffs.
That's his coach doing that stuff, man. I mean, he's a star player. He realizes that he needs Connor McDavid out there just so that he has a chance to win. So that's what I was asking. Do you make a big trade and get rid of Eberle or Nugent Hopkins and get a huge return so that you don't have to do that with Connor McDavid and you can actually you can be utilized a lot more. So that's why I was just asking.
Yeah,
because
I think they could make a few moves.
But I mean,
they have the people there to do a move. Like, they have enough people there to make a move and make it a successful move. Like you can fill in a couple spots with a couple players.
You could easily make Talbot the water boy. Like no problem, no questions asked. He'll be great at that.
We'll
Blessed by an Eskimo priest.
What do you guys think about Washington and Pittsburgh?
Washington crapped the bed. What are you gonna do?
They did crap the bed. They were projected to win. They screwed up. And one of my questions was going to be for later on, but it was concerning Washington. Just like Edmonton, what do you do next year for Washington? What do you do?
I think
they're stacked. Okay. What do you do with
if
that
I'm
team?
Washington? I blow it up. I keep your key. Like you don't do a full rebuild, but you do like a 1990s Leaf rebuild where you keep the best guys and scrap everybody else and try to build.
What's Ovi's contract?
It's $6 million
term. Like 12 years?
I don't know. I think he has 4 years left.
Check it out.
I don't know
who picks up a contract like that.
No, I think he's $8 million or something like that.
Yeah, but like he's been signed.
But this is what you have to do if you're gonna move Ovechkin, which they're not. If you move Ovechkin, you eat up $2 million of that salary and you give it to somebody for $6 million on that term.
So do you blow up that team?
I would keep Backstrom.
And Oshie. I don't think Backstrom did that much.
Backstrom, Oshie, Carlson, and Holtby. And you do whatever you want. Yeah. Nah, Kuznetsov sucked this year.
I would keep Kuznetsov.
Oshie did well. But I just thought that Backstrom and Ovi were a bit of a disappointment this
Ovechkin signed a 13-year contract.
Yeah.
Signed at $124 million.
I mean, he's the captain of your team, and to me, I don't think he's captain material. You're on a team that's stacked. Like, you got like top tier defensemen. You have a bunch of forwards that can play at an elite level. A mega star of a goalie in Hopi, and they couldn't get it done. And this is 3 years in a row that they lost to the Pens.
And yeah, I don't know, man. They are definitely the best team on paper.
Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah, by far.
By far, yeah. But they just can't get it done in the playoffs. So do you blow up the team next year? You're the GM, guys.
Half rebuild.
Half rebuild?
Half rebuild. I told you. I keep Oshie, Backstrom, Carlson, and Holtby, and I get rid of everything else I can.
And I would keep some of the defenders.
Well, that was
I would let Elsner walk, and I'd keep Shattenkirk.
I think he's opting out. I think Shattenkirk wants to test the market.
Listen, you know what you do? You trade Ovechkin. You eat $5 million of his contract. You eat the whole contract. Give him away for free. Trade him for Phil Kessel, and let Ovechkin, Malkin, and Crosby play on a line together.
If Ovechkin gets stripped, would you strip Ovechkin of the sea?
No.
No, if you keep him, though.
I don't know if he needs to be the captain, but I don't think you go and say, give me the C.
Would you consider him captain material?
I think John Carlson would be a better captain.
Backstrom would be a good guy. He's probably assistant captain.
I thought Backstrom was the captain.
It was Ben Ovi.
It's been Ovi for the past...
but wasn't there a couple years where they took it away from him and then he got it back? I swear Backstrom was a captain.
He was the A at the beginning. He was an assistant and then he got the C.
Anyways.
I'm pretty sure.
You can see me.
In the parking lot?
Yeah. How about the Senators?
They're rolling, man. Rolling. Why? Because Ottawa.
Why? Because Ottawa. Because Carlson.
Because Carlson.
Because of Carlson, yeah. He's playing on one leg and he's carrying the team.
Getting your boy Bobby
back. I thought Bobby Ryan had an amazing game last game.
This is Anaheim Bobby Ryan.
Yeah.
I don't know where he went for 5 years.
It's so funny you mentioned Anaheim Bobby Ryan because I just saw an article that Brian Burke is praising, giving his praises on Bobby Ryan.
Do you see that pass that he made? The first goal?
Yeah.
Behind the back?
I've done one of those.
Yep.
He never did that.
Yeah, to your boy Nico Scoons, and he scored.
Yeah, Scoons never scored a goal in his life.
Junes.
He had an amazing game. I mean, you don't see it that often, but Bobby Ryan had an amazing game. Craig Anderson played well.
Do you think he would have the same success if he stayed on Anaheim?
I think he might have been better because they were already set. Ottawa's been slowly getting to this point where they are. They've always been decent the last couple of years, but this year they're legit. That they're a solid team. I showed you the roster. Their third line is better. Their fourth line is better than some teams' second line.
I think the biggest improvement that they made was their penalty kill.
Yeah, they stacked up on defensive forwards.
Yeah, and because of that, they
have the best spread out talent right now in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And
any other series?
All I'm gonna say, we'll just go to we'll get to the next thing is Nashville, because Nashville. St. Louis was not gonna win that series.
Jake Allen couldn't do it all himself.
He was literally all him and nothing else.
Yeah.
Tarasenko disappeared for the entire playoffs.
I think he got a couple points, but still not enough.
All right, you want to drop?
Did we talk about the current game? That's what is it? 4-3 Anaheim right now.
It's over, isn't it?
It should be over right now.
Yeah, it's definitely over.
See, it's actually.
Tell me it's 4-4.
It's 5-3 final.
Wow, empty net goal.
5-3 final. Anaheim won.
Because Getzlaff, but we'll get to that. Do a quick drop down, producer. Show them the stats from the last round.
It was Nick didn't get any points.
Yes.
0 for 4. Nick has 1 win in 12 matches.
There's a couple of series where I was biased.
I can't get my phone. It's on the text message.
I went 3 for 4, and he went 2 for 4, I think.
Yeah. Let me check it out.
The only one I got wrong was Washington.
So, yeah, Bargo, check it out because it says all the points.
First round, I got 2, John got 5, Nick got 1.
Yeah, it was the second round.
Second round, I got 4, John got 6, Nick got 0. Right now for points, out of 16 possible points, John has 11, I have 6, and Nick has 1.
We'll see. Hopefully it'll pop up. Hopefully the standings will pop up somewhere over here.
And have the number like right above our heads.
Yeah, give him like a little 0 right here.
0.
No, but for the next round, well, it's only 2 matches. We're not going to get too deep because we just talked about way too much of the same team. So let's go through it quick. Nick, the first game is Anaheim and Nashville. Who did you pick?
Nashville.
I also took Nashville.
I also took Nashville, but a lot of my picks here were more strategic than actual educated picks because I need to catch up to this guy.
99 overall.
I have no chance of catching up, so my picks were
strategic. You actually do. If you somehow win both of these, you'll be tied with me.
No, he won't because the Nashville pick won't give him extra points.
He can win the finals. If he wins the game in the finals, he will pass me.
It's irrelevant. That's why I wanted to go with different teams.
But that's why you both picked someone else, right? In the next round, let's get to this. Pittsburgh, Ottawa.
Pittsburgh. Because I can't stand Ottawa.
Ottawa, because Ottawa.
I picked Pittsburgh just because he picked Ottawa. But both series can go either way. Like I wasn't convinced on picking one team that I know for sure they would win. Like Ottawa can beat Pittsburgh, Nashville, Anaheim. Either of those teams can beat each other.
This might be the most even 2 series that there's been so far.
There's not much room for like a guarantee.
Minus Sidney Crosby.
Like in the other picks, we had an argument about Edmonton and Anaheim. We picked Anaheim because we thought Anaheim was a better team and they would beat Pittsburgh. I mean Edmonton.
Wait, yeah. Let's get into this. We were talking last night. And everyone was giving us crap because we didn't pick Edmonton because they're Canadian. And then all of a sudden, Ottawa's playing and nobody wants Ottawa to win.
No, but there's a difference. People were saying, who do you want to win?
Here, Joey chimes in the background.
You said Anaheim. You want Anaheim to win.
Yeah, because I picked them.
Picked Anaheim.
Yeah,
I'm not going to cheer for the team I didn't pick.
Who do I want to win? Ottawa,
I don't
obviously.
care.
But who do I think's going to win? Pittsburgh. Like, there's a difference there.
Yeah, but I didn't pick Pittsburgh, so I have no backing for Pittsburgh. Right. It's the people who have nothing to do with this, that on the side people that come in and say, oh, Canada, and then, I don't want Ottawa to win. Carlson.
Ottawa can beat Pittsburgh. Like, it's just like, there's...
It can go either way. I
made my picks with 1 minute to spare. Just because I had to actually think about it.
Legitimately, they were singing the national anthem when he made his picks.
Yeah, there's no way, like, either way it could go.
Yeah, it's 50-50. I mean, you can look at it this way. You can say Pittsburgh's going to win because they got the experience, and they've won the Cup before with pretty much the exact same team.
Yeah, and
you got Anaheim.
And Malkin and Kessel.
Yeah, and you got Anaheim, who's got the playoff experience. Those guys have won a championship, and Corey Perry and Getzlaf. They know what it takes to win. But on the flip side, Nashville is just playing awesome. Okay, they came out of nowhere.
It's like both series. You have Ottawa, who has more depth throughout their lines than Pittsburgh. You have Nashville that has more depth throughout their lines than Anaheim.
Yeah. Especially defensively. Listen, Anaheim and Nashville, you're going to get a slow-paced, beat the crap out of each other series. And Ottawa and Pittsburgh is going to be like lightning speed, everyone flying into the boards, breaking their legs.
But at the end of the day, it's like, who wants it more? You got, like, Crosby just came off a concussion. He's most likely not even 100%. You got Carlson playing pretty much on one leg. I mean, it's at the end of it, it's like, who wants it more? You know what I mean?
The biggest factor in that series, the biggest reason I picked Ottawa, it has nothing to do with me picking Ottawa because I want Ottawa to win. I do, but the defense on Pittsburgh is so weak. They have nobody, absolutely nobody without Letang.
I understand. Yeah, but Letang's gone. I know. I understand.
Even their forwards are not really defensive forwards. Like, they're not a team built guy. You have Cullen and whatever, but Ottawa, their first line has defensive forwards. Their second line, the third line, the fourth line.
Not to mention they have healthy defensemen. Carlson, half healthy.
But you have a good defense. You have Phaneuf, you have CC, you have Weidman, and you have whoever that other guy is. I can't remember his name. Mathot.
No, I mean, Phaneuf excels when he doesn't have the pressure on him. Yeah, that's what Carlson's a perfect.
He's playing behind the shadows. Yep. He has no pressure. He's just doing his part.
Phaneuf is a second unit D man, but. And I agree with what you're saying with the pressure, but he should be a first guy. He spent 5 years or 6 years in Calgary just dominating the NHL, scoring more goals than any other defenseman, literally lighting people up on the highlight reel. Yeah,
Regier at the time. Regier did a lot. So,
yeah, but that was Phaneuf, like on his own doing what he did.
It was a perfect team, man. It was a perfect team for him at the time.
I thought that team would do better than they did.
The media is also not as aggressive in Calgary as is in Toronto.
Phaneuf?
Yeah, about players, like in general.
But
like
you're a hockey player. Who cares what the media is saying? Go out there and do your job.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know what you have to be? You have to be a guy like Matthews. That's like, hey, you see, that's nice, guys. Gonna go play now.
No, but I mean, we can get it. Okay, this management group is a lot more protective of their players than the last.
I think so.
That's why
Babcock is not going to let them talk to anybody.
That's why Matthews doesn't feel the pressure as much as Phaneuf did before. But
I think everyone's just realizing you can't keep going at them. Like if you spend all your time as the media person just chirping them up, they're gonna fail.
Yeah, but the media is just looking for that story that you know they can use to sort of, you know what I mean?
Send us the story.
No, it's the reporters. They're making a name for themselves. They gotta get everyone's attention. They gotta make up stories. They gotta do what they have to do to get people to watch and read. Like they'll bring up old shit just to get a story out there.
I mean, there have been players that came to Toronto that have played for other teams, and they've said in interviews, the media, exactly, the media in Toronto is crazy compared to all these other cities.
Well, you're talking top 3 biggest cities in North America, and compared to New York or LA or Chicago, this is 100% a hockey city where their hockey team comes like 3rd in those cities.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's like the biggest thing.
Montreal's harsh too.
Yeah, Montreal's bad too.
Toronto's, from what I understand, Toronto's worse.
Yeah, because maybe not the French people are probably not such assholes.
He's kidding me? Are you kidding me? Look at what they did to Patrick Waugh. Remember that?
Patrick Waugh was a stubborn little baby. Did it to himself. All right, Chris.
Sorry, man. It seems as though they treat their captains like.
They haven't had a good captain since like Saku Koivu. I was gonna say Guy Carbonneau, but I forgot about Koivu.
I was gonna say the same thing too, but it's like they have a captain, and then maybe 2 seasons they're gone.
Yeah, Koivu. That's what I was looking at that today captaincy. If you look at the Leafs' history, the captains are always for like a nice period of time, except for Gilmore and Clark. It was like the shortest ones. Like most of them are for like 7-8 years, the captains, and they're very cautious how they pick their captains. With I don't know what happened with Phaneuf. The Leafs have 6 seasons in their history where they didn't pick a captain. They have 6 seasons without a captain in their whole history. Like the Leafs don't play that. You look at Montreal's thing. In the last 20 years, they've had like 9 captains.
Mm-hmm. Shea Weber should be the captain if they're going to keep him long term.
That's what I said. That's my pick right off the bat. I don't even understand why Pacioretty's the captain.
He's the goal scorer. They give it to, I guess.
Yeah, you're the goal scorer. All 19 goals you scored this year. You don't deserve that contract.
Pull a Vancouver Canucks. Give it to the goalie. Give the captaincy to the goalie.
Luongo style.
It sucks that he couldn't wear it on his jersey though.
Is Yager the captain?
I understand why.
No.
Is Yager the captain?
Yeah, who's the captain? Is it Ekblad?
I don't think so.
Yager's not the captain. I know that. I can't remember who the captain is for Florida.
You want to research that for me?
I can't do it right now.
Yeah, thanks.
My phone's there. This is here.
One of us can look at our phones and look it up.
Pay this guy the big bucks. Spin the spinner.
So what's impressed you guys most about Nashville?
Pekka Rinne, the defense. They have a lot more speed than I thought they were gonna have. Like I don't really watch Nashville, so I pictured them just being a slow team.
It looks like they counter very well. They take advantage of a lot of Anaheim's mistakes. I mean, there was one instance where Antoine Vermette screwed up, and Forsberg was right there, easy for the pickings, game tying goal. But their defense is crazy. I mean, there's one guy stepping up, and it's Matthias Ekholm.
Ekholm, yeah.
And he's playing behind Ellis and Subban and Yossi, and it's like 4 Premier D.
That team
guys.
has 6 good defensemen.
Yeah,
They're
these
stacked.
guys like six
I think
for 4.
the only reason Pekka is
215.
doing as good as he's doing is because of those defensemen. So I'd say the defense have been impressing me the most.
And Subban completely turned his career around in Nashville. He's not the same person. His
because they
defensive
spread out the
game is on
minutes, eh?
fire.
They spread out the playing time amongst all those guys.
But in Montreal,
they're not tired.
he felt so heavy-handed that he had to score all the goals in Montreal. And he just had this weird attitude in Montreal. Nashville seems to like have calmed him down now that he's out there. There's probably no media at all. There's probably like 3 people in the locker room.
Well, I mean, like a lot of people are coming to the games.
They're a hockey city. I will give them that.
If they weren't before, they definitely are now. I mean, I don't know, Ottawa, take note. But it's crazy. You look at the Nashville game. You look at a Predators game, and everybody's got like a jersey on. Everybody's into it. They're going nuts.
The fans are behind them.
The fans are behind them.
They have a nice stadium too.
Yeah, it is nice. I like the new extension glass with the colored pieces.
That like a side part.
Yeah, it looks sick.
Anyways, you got anything else for us?
Any more brain busters?
You got a little couple topics in your handy dandy notepad?
Topics? No, they're questions for the
What are we at right now?
The next epi.
23 minutes.
23 minutes.
You want to do some questions off the thing? Want to read some comments?
Let's do a little comment action. That'll be perfect.
Go, Nick. You're the comment guy.
I'm the comment guy.
Caps, Cap Town.
All right, from CPAR. Almost unsubscribed due to these incorrect picks. The correct answer is Patrick Waugh.
He's talking about our goalie picks.
And I'm making my own second choice, Price.
Of course, because you're a Montreal fan.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Sorry, Chris.
I remember having an argument with Chris one time. We were talking about Colorado Patrick Waugh and Montreal Patrick Waugh, and I just remember telling him that the best time, where he played the best was with Colorado. That's
against
when he had
Detroit.
the best stats, stats-wise.
Well, who did they face in the finals that year?
Colorado?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What year was it?
96.
96.
They faced Detroit in the semifinals. That's when like the whole team was just
Maybe
like
Jersey?
scrapping everywhere.
Maybe Jersey?
Yeah, maybe.
Jersey. But, Patrick Waugh is
the
an
Florida
amazing
Panthers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Florida
John
Panthers.
Van
Van
Beesbroek.
But, yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think of that?
I think you can take that comment and beep, beep.
No, I don't got much to say on that. Like, I mean, Patrick Waugh, yeah, he's a good goalie, but we make our picks based off of what we know, not because we're fans of Montreal.
On a side note, thanks for the compliment. Was the best dress for the last episode.
That's true. You're very well dressed yourself.
It's on the same topic, so.
Another person, same question. Well, related question. I can really see it.
See it. This is from Jackson Fort.
My boy.
John's biggest fan. He says Hasek.
Tell him why Hasek though.
Because
Hasek.
Because John says so. Yeah. And Hasek was an amazing goalie. I'm not going to dispute that.
You know what though? Sidebar: his wins don't reflect how good he was. He won 6 Vezinas.
Yeah.
He won 2 Hart trophies. There's only been 6 goalies ever to win the Hart trophy, and he won it twice.
But he had some amazing teams in front of him.
Yeah, but
Sometimes
he carried that Buffalo team the whole time.
Yeah, he stood out on Buffalo.
Yeah, that was a stacked team. They just couldn't get it done.
Like you're talking about a guy that he came into the league
back
back
then,
up.
some premier goalies.
Absolutely.
Like, every team almost had a.
He came into the NHL at Belfour's backup and never played, and then got traded to Buffalo.
That's funny because I had this conversation with someone last night, and we're talking about goalies from yesterday to today. And I feel as though today, these goalies are more structured. The goalie coaches are they're training these guys to have a lot more structure.
They're more dynamic. They're more percentages. They're more positioning than they were back then.
No.
Back then it was all instinct. The goalies were playing themselves.
Yeah, like
they weren't training how they're training now.
This is why he brings up Dominic Hasek. This is why we're talking about Dominic Hasek. He was flopping around doing all kinds of crazy stunts. You can't
teach that.
But you won't see that in today's NHL. You won't.
No, you won't, because the coaches behind the scenes have way too much to do.
You get one of these goalies nowadays, and they're in a do or die play, and they can't make that play. Hasek didn't think; he just knew I have to swing my whole body over here to make this save and do it. Like those times when he would do the legs, like the windmill, and stop it. Like how the hell do you know you're gonna save the puck?
This question's on the same topic, so you guys should just read it out.
It's from Canada Dangles. Hasek and Cujo. Hasek was just what people called him, the Dominator. Never seen a goalie like him.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree 100. Cujo, one of my favorite
goalies. I can't doubt it. All those goalies are good.
Yeah,
I'm not taking it away. I'm not ever going to say Patrick Roy was bad, but Brodeur was a better structured goalie. Like, he just was. You don't finish like that. And Patrick Roy played on amazing teams. That Colorado team was like one of the best teams in the history of the NHL.
Like, you can't disagree with any of them. It's that's just what you like, who you think. Because all of them are great.
But I think if you're trying to build out and you don't have a team yet, Hasek was always that in his career. Brodeur always had people. Patrick always had people. Curtis Joseph always had people.
What about Osgood? He had people too.
Yeah, they all did. Yeah. And don't forget, Osgood came in playing backup to Mike Vernon, who is like a really good goalie.
Yeah, Vernon was one of my favorite back in the day.
He won 3. Was he on the team as a backup when they won the second year?
I'm not sure.
Because I know he won with Calgary in *89.
I can't remember. Am I reading the second comment by Canada Dangles? Or
just give him a little shout out. Give him a little shout out, yeah.
Give him a little
shout out. Talk about him in Ottawa being a Leaf fan. Thanks, buddy.
Canada Dangles. I live in Ottawa as a Leaf fan. I sympathize. It's so brutal. Had to point it out. Good video, boys. And I agree, Sagan is better than Hall.
Agreed, and I feel sorry for you, man. At least you should go there and Leaf jersey.
Hey, go watch a game. What do you got a team in the playoffs, even if it's not your team. I'm
almost debating driving out there to go to a game.
I'm probably gonna go. If they make it to the finals, I'm going. I'm going if they make it to the finals.
I'll go.
Yeah, go
on a weekend. Why not?
You're gonna come with us. We're gonna shoot the show in the side, like by the washroom in the stadium.
You can't pay me enough money to step in that city.
Yeah, you went to Calgary and Edmonton.
I'll give you $3.
It's actually nice, though.
Oh, I would love to go to Edmonton Stadium, even though I don't like that team.
More Canadian with better dangles. I like that. Do you think Crosby's career will end early due to concussions? It's always a possibility.
You know what? I'm not going to say yes because I don't want it to, but he's one big one away from it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think up and down. Like, it can go either way. He's got to play smart. He's got to have his team to back him up and protect him.
And once you've had a couple, like, he's already like 5 deep. Once you've had those, any little hit in your head is automatic concussion town.
Like, I don't know how real this one was. Because, like, it wasn't that bad of a headshot.
It wasn't, but because of the fact that he's
had them
before.
But I feel like they just made up a huge story about his concussion this time to try to get that guy suspended and throw games to have an advantage over them in the playoffs.
When you have that many concussions, when you get body checked in the arm, if your head shakes, you're gonna get a concussion.
So why don't they give him like one of those football neck braces? I don't like a linebacker out there. Coach Van B says.
Like Allstott.
Is there another one or
Coach Clan?
No, that was it.
Is that it?
Yeah, let's round it up.
That's it, guys. Leave us some questions. We want more questions.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the questions.
Explain the fact that the next episode we won't be able to answer questions. Next episode, we'll be able to answer
Oh yeah,
these
for next
questions.
episode we won't be able to answer the questions, so we'll be doing it the following weekend. So we're gonna release a video next weekend as well, but we will be away, so we're gonna pre-record it, so you won't get any updates for the series. What's
Should we
going
talk
on?
about the special guest we might have on?
Paula?
No, the other ones, the Instagram.
Well, we gotta see if it actually happens, right?
Well, just so everyone's aware, we reached out to another YouTuber, couple guys doing a couple hockey things. Might be doing a collaboration with them soon, so just keep a check on it. And
Blocking the biscuit.
Keep you up to date. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, throw up a like and subscribe.
Subscribe!
You know you're being filmed. This guy's like...
Keep that in the film.
Hey, what's up guys? We here at Roblox Games put a lot of time and effort into our content, and it would be very much appreciated if you could drop a like on this video, and if you enjoy this video, please subscribe to our channel for more content.